I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna speak my truth. Lemon pepper and Hennessy are poisoning the black community.
That's a fact, man.
And I mean that shit.
That's a
Them
fact.
is two of the most overrated foods, but niggas can't get enough of them. And I'm sick of it.
Hold it down. 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 Hold it down.
And we back with another episode of the Hold It Down podcast. You know what I'm saying? We out here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The crack is in the pot.
Mm-hmm.
And we whipping up the babies.
What he said.
You feel me? Finna supply the streets.
Yup.
You know what I mean? Out here. Do-ragged up. Undershirted up. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful headphones not up on my head. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? My bank account is up.
Okay.
You know
Talk
what I'm
about
saying?
it.
On space, because ain't shit up in there.
Oh no. Oh no.
The bills is beating that shit up. You feel me?
Damn.
You know what I mean? Hella haymakers. You know what I mean?
You don't know how to weave? You ain't got no
I'll be
block?
trying to weave, and then when I weave, guess what? The lights go out. Another weave, no water. Another weave, ain't no internet to even look up news topics, nigga. Shit crazy out here, my nigga.
Fight back, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'll weave one more time. I won't even be able to use the phone Wi-Fi. Shit crazy out here, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But we still thriving and surviving, you know what I mean? Shout out to Zestos for the cup sponsorship. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Zestos.
We out here holding water, you feel me? Drinking all day, you know what I'm saying? I should sip to that right now. You feel me?
All right, you do that. This is a Hold Down podcast where it's like hip hop and battle rap culture as a whole. I'm your main man, the Unstoppable Bloodbath. Right back here in the kitchen where we usually be at 90% of our episodes. If you know the Hold Down podcast, and I talked about the hip hop and battle rap part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just double checking. Then you also know the show's broken up into 3 parts. We start off with hip hop shenanigans, aka Quan's favorite part of the show. Then we do our actual battle review. Then we do our artist of the week and our closing remarks. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the past couple episodes. I've been liking the numbers. All I can ask now is you leave more comments.
You
Cause
know what I'm saying? Like, comment, and subscribe one time.
Yeah, do all of that.
You know what I mean? And let everybody know that you out here listening while we smacking babies at the christening. You feel me? Doing what we do.
Okay.
Niggas like Biggie get that shit off when he said it. I hope you're listening, smacking babies at the christening.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with that bar. But
You didn't know that he had 7 Mac 11s, about 8 38s, 9 10 Max 10? The shit's never in?
Nah, I was. You know, I don't listen to Biggie, so
You couldn't touch this. No, no. I couldn't go. I'm gonna stop it.
But hey, look, that's why we got you here, Long John Quan, to keep me up to date with all of the things that I'm not familiar with.
What makes it worse is I'm so surprised we haven't gone through that one yet. I was very surprised. I was like, wait, that's a new one. Oh shit.
It's gonna be Long John season out here. The way it's getting cold as fuck out of nowhere in Atlanta.
It has been brisk and breezy outside.
Niggas was talking shit last week about how I'm gonna go outside in shorts since it's still 70 in November. Niggas was talking shit last week, and this week winter is here with a vengeance. I heard you talking that shit last week.
You know what I mean?
Now it's 30. Oh nigga, I woke up Sunday morning. Sunday morning is when it started, in my opinion. Probably Saturday night going into Sunday morning. I didn't know that it was cold yet because I hadn't gotten out my bed. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's a regular Sunday morning.
It actually did have a Sunday because I remember on Saturday, I think me and my girl went to the doctor, and we went there just regular.
Yep.
But when we went out, when the day was done and we was leaving, it was Frosty the Snowman in that bitch. So, yeah.
I got up Sunday morning to go to the studio. I said, as soon as I got out the bed, I knew something was different. As soon as I pulled the blanket off, I knew, okay, it's cold now. I did usually I don't be checking the weather and all that. I said, let me see what this weather talking about. Maybe it's just cold in the house. I look at the weather app, it said 40. I said, oh.
And no bars either, nigga.
Oh, okay. Time to put some sleeves on today. I go outside, I get hit with wind. I say, and it's windy too?
Brisk. You know what I'm saying? Brisk wind.
I ain't been doing shit since it's cold outside. I ain't jogged all week because look, bro, this ain't jogging the weather. They have to jump rope in a room somewhere because I'm not I'm not for that.
And to make that shit worse, bro, it's been raining every day.
It
too.
has been raining, so it's cold rain.
Today's the first day that it wasn't raining.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, nigga, y'all niggas want to know what it's like to be like broke but not poor. Here's the perfect line of when you're broke but not poor. Like niggas ain't got it, but at the same time, we not eating shit like rice and ketchup or mayonnaise sandwiches. You know what I'm saying, or sugar milk.
Mm-hmm.
I only learned about sugar milk yesterday because of an ASAP Ferg video. Apparently, there's a series on YouTube called Struggles where they get rappers to like talk about the struggle meals.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I know about sugar water and I know about mayonnaise
water.
sandwiches. I ain't know about sugar milk.
I never knew about
I was
sugar
never
milk.
like a milk drinking kid.
I just feel like sugar. I was telling this about girl too, because you know we shared a struggle a little bit. I mean, I was privileged, but she's had to struggle. But like sugar milk just seems kind of productive to me because it's like you have to pay for milk, you have to pay for sugar. You're better off just having Kool-Aid because at least one of the ingredients is free. Well, free to you. Water.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just get a little packet of the 25-cent joint that can make you a half gallon, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Get the sugar. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to drink for a while. But instead, you using milk. You got to go pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be health conscious in the hood. Now you got to get almond milk for like $4 or $5 just for a half gallon. If you can even find that. Them things is really less than a half gallon. But they're bigger than, no. They're not a gallon. They're smaller than a gallon, but they're bigger than the half gallons.
Mm-hmm.
But, bruh, that just seemed very counterproductive to me. And then the mayonnaise sandwich, I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at that kind of difference since you kind of put me on to the fact that you can cook with mayonnaise.
Time out. Your mic went out mid-sentence.
God damn it.
Now you should be good.
Technical difficulties. You know what I'm saying? You want to know about the struggle? We having technical difficulties in the midst of recording, my nigga. In the midst of talking about struggles.
It's only your mic.
The mic cut out, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one of these days we'll get a better mic from me and whatnot. But yeah, bro, like that shit.
So you were saying you now treat mayonnaise sandwiches different since you know that mayonnaise is a safe fat to cook with.
Yeah, I still don't think it belongs on anywhere near French fries, and I judge you every day for that. But as far as like cooking with, I give it holy respect, and being a main ingredient to some of my favorite condiments. You know, like Zax sauce and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? At this point, I just assume it's in there.
Mayonnaise is in anything that seems creamy. You can assume it's some mayonnaise in there somewhere, unless it's like
ice
pasta
cream
or something or ice cream.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not no mayonnaise in there. But if it's a sauce and it seems creamy in any way, it's some mayonnaise in there.
You know what's really bad? Nigga, if I had a milkshake today and I looked at the ingredients and found a mayonnaise in there, I'd be like, all right. Whatever you gotta do to make it. I'm gonna take another sip. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at you. If I find out today,
it's not hurting it.
Nigga,
So, hey.
if I find out today, if I find out tomorrow that Cold Stone sweet cream ice cream it got mayonnaise in it, fuck it, my nigga. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is the Holding Down podcast. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the news topics.
Yep, Quan's gonna handle the news this week.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I actually found some decent news topics this time around. It's been a good news week. Some of them I'm gonna harp on. Some of them I'm gonna try to just run through, just because I feel like they're worthy of speaking of. So first we're gonna start with one that's we'll just get the easy one out of the way because it's half white, so that's why we're gonna get this out the fucking way. But Post Malone, that's the white part, and Sway Lee's Sunflower becomes the highest certified single in RIAA history.
Wow,
it's kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
That's an actual feat. You know what I'm saying? That's niggas talking about singles all day. You know what I'm saying? And niggas be trying to act like Sway. They be forgetting who Sway Lee is. You know what I'm saying? So he's been quiet for a little bit, but we probably know why. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, it felt like Wiz Khalifa was being a little quiet when he got that Fast and Furious money. You know what I'm saying? That hey, all them. Listen, this is why y'all need to shut the fuck up when y'all artists try different things. Because some of them flop, some of them don't go well. But then when you have the person that's known for what? Weed rapping. Niggas all knew he was just a weed rapper. He caught a nice little hit with Black and Yellow. Caught another one with what was it? We Them Boys. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. When he was doing the albums, niggas like, oh, he's gonna pop. Nigga, that Fast and Furious bag was different.
Yep.
All right. So stop being on your artists for trying different shit. All right. You know what I'm saying? You shoot them up, bang bang niggas. When they try to do that one love song and that shit goes diamond, that shit different, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I completely agree with everything you're saying. Give niggas room to try to get money.
No LA Leakers or Funk Flex freestyle is gonna go platinum, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. As a lover of bars, I learned to accept that. That's why when I love Nicki Minaj and she came out with Super Bass and Right Through Me, did I hate those fucking records? Yeah. Fucking hated them. But I had to respect it because I'm like, you know what? She has a fucking fan base and a family to feed. And guess what that's going to get her? The Breddington. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to shut the fuck up and just appreciate when she does do some rapping.
How'd you feel about Moment for Life?
I actually like Moment for Life because I felt like that beat was hard. I did hate her verse though. Because I hate when she was like, no, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed.
Yes.
No more days being stressed. Yes. Everything I do, me.
No. It was clap for the heavyweight champ.
Me.
What happened after that?
I didn't do it by myself. We. Some shit like that. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Now I'm starting to remember it.
That verse was so, and then what made it so worse is the fact that like Drake came on sizzling that shit, like flowing like crazy on that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's casually too, so it just made it look worse. Cause like your man's is burning you on your own track, my nigga. Like
that was a great Drake verse.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it makes
I'm really
it
trying to make it more to what it is, because everybody dies,
but everybody lives.
Yeah.
That nigga could still cook from time to time, my nigga.
Dog, that was back when I really used to fuck with Drake, because it was still rapping Drake.
Yeah, that nigga
I told
still
you, I've always liked rapping Drake. Always. Is when he started singing too much. Because Take Care has a good bit of singing, but it's a classic.
I gotta make you a playlist, because he still be on that rapper shit. There's we know there's times where he does like, turn up rap, and then there's times where he just like, he does a little blend where it's like, it'll be a turn up song, but he'll put some bars in there. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll still, nigga.
He can still.
I'll put a skirt on the whip and a crown on the six, but there's no need to dress up the numbers. Like that nigga still be preaching, my nigga.
Nah, he was rapping, like, especially on Rich Flex, the opening song off of Her Loss. He had a great flow on that song.
I still gotta listen to that, but I've heard people throwing little bars here and there on TikTok from that shit. So I'm expecting to enjoy it, even though people have said there's a little too much Drake on there. But I'm also gonna enjoy it because I'm a fan of Drake, whether he's rapping, singing. I'm only not a fan of Drake when he's on that Honestly Nevermind shit. I ain't gonna lie, I still have to listen to that shit.
I haven't listened to it.
I still have to listen to it, and it'd be hard to get through some of the tracks. It'd be hard. I just remember I played it for my girl, and my girl was even like, when we got to like maybe track 2, and she was like, "What is this? Change another, play somebody else. I can't."
Now, you know I feel betrayed by the homie Jay Burritos, because I told him, because I did.
Shout out to Jay Burritos.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Burritos. Shout out to the Jukebox 2 podcast. I was on the episode with him. We were talking about Childish Gambino royalty, and then I was like, "Yeah, we talking about." Somehow Drake came up.
I'm about to say what he about to say about royalty.
Oh no,
my opinion.
No, we were saying great things. We were talking about how it was like 10-year anniversary of royalty.
I was have to get that nigga number and be like, I'm about to get that nigga number, bro. Like
talking about how great it is.
Okay.
So then somehow Drake came up. He was like, "Listen to that new Drake." I said, "Nah," because that's just honestly never mind. He's like, "It's good. It's a lot of bars." I'm saying, "This sounds like the opposite of what everybody else has been telling me, though, Jay. Like, I feel like you lying." He's like, "Nah, would I lie to you?" Yes, you're lying to me right now. He said, "Nah, bro, look up this song, Jimmy Cooks with 21 Savage, all bars." He said, "If you don't trust me, at least trust 21. And I said, "I do trust 21, so I'm gonna listen to it." That song was hard, but
it's
then
not representative of the album.
I found out the hard way.
It is not representative of the album at all.
That's the only song like that.
That's the only song that people like. Even the first single, well, not the first single, the second single, Sticky. Sticky's okay. The problem is, Sticky would be cool if it was the only song like that on there. It's the problem that the whole album sounds like that. That's when it gets a little tricky. It just sounds like it's weird to have him on fast shit, because he does, at least, like I said, I haven't listened to the album, but if there's more joints like Sticky, I will give it an okay. But I will say the first 2 joints I heard, it was like him singing. And even the singing wasn't that good. And I'm a fan of his singing. I know. People, well, let me say harmonizing. People be like, Drake can't sing. He just harmonizes.
One note. Just the one.
I be feeling it because, like, hey, it be a good ass note. he knows where to put them notes, man. I'll give him that. You know what I'm saying? He knows what to do with that little range he got. He knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? But them first 2 tracks was not it. So I still got to get through that before I get to Her Loss. But yeah, shout out to Sway Lee.
I don't think I'm gonna go back. But yeah, like you said, shout out to Sway Lee.
Shout out to Sway Lee.
The Sunflower song. I don't think I'm familiar with this.
That's a song from the Spider-Man soundtrack.
Oh, that's Sunflower?
Yeah.
Oh, I know that.
That's so, because we don't be tapped in on that, but I casually just look at that shit and it'd be like 1B, 2B, you know what I'm saying? Mad B's on the YouTube scale.
Yeah,
so
I do know that song.
I
That
know that
was,
joint's
like,
doing numbers.
the main song of the movie. I didn't know that's what it was called. Like, I've heard it before. I just forgot that's
Yeah.
what it was called.
Side note, did the second one come out yet?
No.
Of that movie?
It's not out yet, but it's on the way soon.
I'll be ready for that because to this day, that's my favorite Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? I do want to watch the last two Spider-Mans, though, the Marvel ones. I haven't watched them, and I'm kind of sad about that because it's not like the new Spider-Man. Well, the latest Spider-Man, he was doing his thing. Tom Holland,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Likeable guy.
He's
does
my
his shit.
favorite Spider-Man.
For sure. Besides the cartoon one, you know what I'm saying? Miles is my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I say it's the best compromise to not having Donald Glover do it, since I guess he's too old now.
He's
But-
entirely too old
Yeah.
to play Spider-Man now.
For those that know, you know what I'm saying. But there was a world where
Mhm.
it could have happened. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But yeah, shout out to Sway Lee and fuck it, shout out to Post Malone because we're not fans of giving white men credit on. Well, at least I'm not. But who's to say that shit would happen if it wasn't for Post Malone? So anybody helping a black man get a bag or accolade,
Mm-hmm.
fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I respected Post Malone when he did a song with 21 Savage. Because Rockstar went crazy too.
Yeah.
So that's another joint that's definitely gonna be played on the verses if niggas challenge 21.
Oh yeah, he gonna ruin all of Jacksonville with one song.
He just that was funny. So he said, "Nigga, I could take Jacksonville on my own."
Yeah,
my
bro.
nigga.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
yeah.
That is fucked up. But here's a news topic with some knowledge to it. Okay, so Fat Joe has released a book called The Book of Jose.
Mhm.
Definitely gonna be a book I cop because funny enough, I've definitely copped books around his whole contemporaries. Like I've bought a 50 Cent book, Jay-Z's book, Mobb Deep's book, Styles P's book. I like when rappers make books. You know what I'm saying? But I'm behind because I gotta get Rick Ross's book, a whole bunch of books. But anyway, for any of you
ever
upcoming
read
rappers, huh?
Rakim's book, did you read it?
Not yet, because when I got his book, I kind of stopped reading. Plus, I kind of want to get another one because that one's autographed, so I don't even want to read it and get
feel you.
natural wear and tear on it. I'd rather just get another one and then read that one, let that one get all bended up and shit.
Gotcha.
But for all you rappers out there, you know what I'm saying, or aspiring rappers, you know what I'm saying, actual street niggas, you know what I'm saying. For one thing, if you were actual street nigga, it feels funny for me to like, what if a nigga is watching this right now and is like, I am actual street nigga, appreciate you, bro. But if you actual street nigga and you watch our shit, shout out to you, you know what I'm saying. You could be out there sinning, you know what I'm saying, but instead you out here on the inside winning, watching us. But here's a lesson to you, all right? Fat Joe reveals how 50 Cent beef cost him $20 million. For those are familiar, Fat Joe has beef with 50 Cent in G-Unit, in the mid 2000s. And one of the points where this came to a head was the 2005 MTV Music Awards, Video Music Awards. I want to be specific. Where that was a time where I think Fat Joe was on the stage and he had said that I feel very safe in here, courtesy of the police officers, courtesy of G-Unit. You know what I'm saying? And he goes on to put this in his book and explain why he had said that. Which of course, 50 Cent being 50 Cent, niggas was taunting him. You know what I'm saying? But of course, we couldn't see that, so he decided to send that shot. And of course, 50 Cent responded, get on stage, calling him a pussy boy and a fuck boy. So apparently, when that shit had happened, Fat Joe is a well-known sneakerhead, has a personal relationship with Michael Jordan himself, and was actually in the midst of making a Fat Joe Jordan. He was actually going to be the first rapper to have a Jordan brand deal. I think worth $20 million. But because of that shit and how it happened, and of course, everybody saw it on a white people's network, MTV, Michael Jordan pulled out of the deal. So, because
understandably so.
So yes, because Michael Jordan is a brand, even though he don't fuck with niggas, it's already bad. It's already funny enough too. You know what I'm saying? That like the one nigga he was gonna fuck with isn't even technically a nigga, but that nigga got some nigga shit, and he's like, nah, fuck them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
I
But yeah. So all y'all niggas out there, you know what I'm saying, once y'all really get big out here, you'll leave the beef alone. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't pay. It's gonna cost you. It may get you some pennies, but when it comes to them really the wealth, it'll get you some riches. But when it comes to the wealth, it's gonna cost you wealth. Wealthy niggas don't beef. You feel me? So
I agree.
A little lesson for y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely gonna cop that Fat Joe book. I personally am a big fan of when rappers make books. It'd be very entertaining, you know what I'm saying? They be detailing their street life and, you know what I'm saying, and the corporate life and whatnot. I be liking that shit. Now here's the one that's kind of on a sad side. This one is involving Southside, the producer, 808 Mafia.
Mhm.
That's the hip hop connection because it's not really a hip hop topic, but it's the hip hop connection. So apparently, his son got footage, or somebody in the classroom recorded his teacher, like boldly comfortable with just saying in the class that he's a racist. The teacher literally claiming he's a racist. Like, of course, young niggas out here are I'll tell you what. I feel like young niggas, and I don't know if it's everywhere, but I feel like in my experience, young niggas out here in Atlanta, they're very, they grow up a little fast. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these young niggas be having adult energy, right? I don't know what grade he's in, but I'll probably say maybe he's like probably 13, 12. That's a vibe I get from these videos on Instagram. Mind you, Southside posted this on his own Instagram, so I'm not like exposing nothing or anything, but like the dude's just literally calling out the teacher. I'm like, yo, so whenever these groups want to do such and such, you all okay, but when I want to do something, it's this and that and that, right? I guess they just sparked the conversation. He has another black friend in the class, and with the slides going around, it's like they're saying like, yo, so wait, sir, are you claiming to be a racist? They keep asking him, and I guess the teacher like kind of breaks down. He's like, you know what, I am. To the point that one of the slides even say, like, so wait, are you a racist? And the teacher's like, damn, how many times do I have to keep on saying this? And he was like, ooh, you cursing in class? Like, no, I'm getting frustrated with this conversation.
I am the type of thing where he's saying it to be sarcastic.
No, I watched all the slides, and he's actually saying it. I forgot what he claimed to be, because in the last slide he says there's 4 slides. On the last slide he actually says, I believe, I'm tired of talking about this, but I'm gonna say it one last time. I believe I'm such and such and such, which is the belief of my race is a superior race. He's saying this to a class of kids. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like this is why, you know, a nigga like Southside, you know what I'm saying, like it's just a very concerning thing that these are the people teaching our kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people that we send our kids to go get an education from. You know what I'm saying? Then we wonder why our black brothers aren't educated on ourselves, because how are we supposed to even learn about ourselves, you know what I'm saying, with all this fight about critical race theory and shit, and we got teachers that are blatantly comfortable with talking about being racist while teaching black students. It's a little wild to me. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit wild, you know what I'm saying? But you know, you can check 808 Mafia, 808 Mafia Boss, which is Southside's Instagram, for the slides and for his comments on it. Of course, Southside is very hurt about it. And
understandably so.
Understandably so, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. You think in 2022 we don't got this shit going on? I don't know I forgot what celebrity is like going around saying racism don't exist. You got a nigga saying it right now. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can keep on going with that bullshit about racism. Racism don't exist these days. It's just bullshit. All right.
I'm assuming that teacher's on his way out, because there ain't no way he can keep his job after that.
And especially niggas is recorded like on a slide. They're like behind him. So and of course he's Southside's kid. So you know these kids is also like, you know, a little bold. So he's like, I don't know if you know, but I'm famous. So I'm gonna record you. I'm gonna post it. And the teacher literally responds with, "You don't think I'm comfortable in this?" Like, not even worried. Like, just, and I'm just thinking like for you to feel so comfortable in that, like for you to really just, I feel like a lot, like we come from the days where racists were like a lot more undercover with this shit. You know what I'm saying? We had to speculate. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I don't know. Well, outside, yeah, but I don't think you had a teacher straight up tell you I'm racist, and then you have to still go to that person's class tomorrow.
I've never had a teacher say it, but I had teachers I knew were racist.
Yeah, but I
met like other people who were racist and were bold about it.
Yeah, but I feel like they'll show it, but they'll show it in non-professional settings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think because that's almost too much, because all you got to do is get a few students to vouch for you, and that teacher's going to be under investigation. This one, he's blatantly recorded, and the kid even said, I'm like, you're being recorded, I'm going to post it. And the nigga almost seems unbothered. And I'm just like, for us to just be in a world, and it's in Atlanta. I'm assuming it's in Atlanta. It's Southside, he's from Atlanta. I'm assuming it's in Atlanta. If this is in Atlanta, that's even crazier to me, because as people from Florida and from a white neighborhood in Florida, I consider Spring Hill, and well, mainly Spring Hill, to be like a white neighborhood.
Yeah,
that's what I saw out there.
Brooksville isn't considered a whiter neighborhood. Certain parts. But for this to be the place where, like, you know, we have footage of T.I. calling this place Wakanda,
And we still have white teachers that feel comfortable enough to say I'm racist while teaching black students. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So you know what I'm saying? Hide your kids, hide your wife, because they racist everybody out here. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? And props to Southside for taking the high person, just posting and not beating the teacher's ass, because I feel like that's what he definitely wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Niggas know Southside is known for being a bit of a hothead, you know what I'm saying? So, and I wouldn't even blame him. If he went on some Diddy shit and beat up his son's teacher, you know what I'm saying?
Am I wrong?
About beating nigga ass, he wouldn't be wrong in that sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in the eyes of the law, he would be, but like in the eyes of niggas, nah, son. Because I can't be cool with that. I can't be cool with the teacher just saying that shit. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. And the kids, bro. Like how do you just be like I don't understand. But I'm also not. I guess I'm not racist because I don't understand. Like I be thinking sometimes. I'll just say this and then we can move on. I be thinking sometimes that, like, you know, they be trying to say that black people are naturally racist just because we're always raised to be aware of race. But I think that makes a difference. It's like, I don't wish no badness on no white people. You know what I'm saying? I like being in Atlanta, even though Atlanta comes with its nigga shit, because, you know what I'm saying? If I order food from any place and I see they close at 9, if it's past 8, I might not even try to go because I know them niggas gonna close the door on my dumb ass. Mm-hmm. Or the fact that I fucking, oh my God, the fact that I work at 4 a.m. and I drive the MARTA mobility buses, and when I have some free time, I try to get some food. How many places will say they're open, but them doors will not open?
Yeah, they're not open yet.
The drive-thru will be open. They'll see my dumb ass in a MARTA bus, in a MARTA fucking uniform, you know what I'm saying, trying to come to the door, won't even help a nigga out. They'll be like, nah, nigga, starve. Mm-hmm. Everybody, you should have had a smaller car with your bitch ass. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm cool with being around my own people, and you know, you gotta deal with some nigga shit. So, but I don't look at any other race and think that I'm just better than because they're just a different color than me or some shit, or wish any harm on them. And especially kids. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm expecting the racists to have some chill towards kids, but that's what really gets me. That's where the shit is just stupid, and you're a fuck of a fuck nigga. I'll give Joe Budden credit for that. He called somebody a fuck of a fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying? When you doing that shit to kids and saying that shit to kids, you are a one fuck of a fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And one last little quick thing. Just cause my nigga Doughboy, shout out to Doughboy. This is a podcast that supports Doughboy. Even though one of us, you know, didn't really care for his last project, we fuck with Doughboy. We still fuck with Doughboy because I mean he dropped 2. So he dropped one earlier in the year that was good, and then he just dropped another one. I said, hey, yeah, it might have been a little too soon. Yeah. He might have to spend more time spinning the block or having his homie spin the block, and then it would have came out nice quality. Cause well, I forgot the one that was before. Was it Oh Really? Yeah. Oh Really is that shit. Oh Really was the good one. Oh Really is that shit, boy. Yeah. Oh Really is straight op sliding music, and then he got like a couple girl songs, but other than that shit, op sliding music all day, my nigga. I was listening to that playing Seafood. I was like, oh no, this is the perfect anthem to fight niggas. Yes, perfect, my nigga. So apparently, Whack 100. I did hear about this. The Clubhouse God. Oh yeah, no, this is the second to last one. I got one more after this, but the second to last one. Whack 100 talking about running down on Future and Sierra because Future owed Trick money. Nigga said it was on they was taking a flight to Atlanta. They was in LAX. They did getting their shit ready. Him and Big U. This is what he claims. He sees Future and Sierra. He tried to run down on him. He said Future ran. Let's stop right there. Future's such a cool nigga. I can't even imagine him running. Like, even if he was in a situation where he's about to get his ass beat, I can't even imagine him running. Like, I feel like Future be one of them niggas that just be like mad calm, and then somebody's just gonna swing on him, and then it'd be that. But like, he also too big for all that running around. Yeah, niggas gonna notice. Ain't that Future running? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I might take the ass with him before that. You can't, because you not. It's gonna look worse for you as like if you running. Yeah, you might as well, because then it's gonna be some type of sympathy. People gonna be like, why would they do this to Future? Yeah, and at least some niggas that like real niggas will be like, hey, it was one of you, 2 of them. You win some, you lose some. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But at least you had heart. You know what I'm saying. There's niggas that talk shit about Meek Mill's form when he was hitting that one thing, but there's also some niggas that have got down with Meek, and they respect him.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? One of the niggas is on Problem. The nigga that had the song like what? Apparently them niggas had an issue and they had a fight in the airport. And the nigga literally said in the bar, it was like, hey, at least he got down though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so apparently they ran down on Future. Future left Sierra. This is what makes it crazy. Nigga said he left Sierra, right? He took a phone, called Birdman, slid the phone, like was running and slid the phone to Whack 100 while running. Apparently, Whack 100 grabs the phone and picks it up, talking to Birdman, and Birdman's like, "Yo, let me quote this. I'm chasing a nigga on the dead homies. He left Sierra. He runs into terminal. True story. He takes his phone out. He throws the phone at me on speaker. All I hear is Stunner's voice. He say, Whack, it's me, Stunner. Talk to me. I say, Stunner, I'm busy right now. He said, yeah, I don't want you to be, nephew. What's going on? I just feel like that's wild commentary. I'm busy right now, Stunner. Yeah, but I don't want you to be. Talk to me, nephew. First of all, does Birdman even say nephew? All I only know is, first of all, if that is true, Birdman, please stop. Respectfully. I like Snoop Dogg saying nephew. I've gotten accustomed to it. He's the only one I want to hear say nephew.
People say that all the time.
Who, me?
No, people say nephew all the time.
I've never heard that. I've only heard if you actually have a nephew. You say nephew because you have a nephew.
Yeah, and I call him son most of the time, honestly. I'm dead ass. I told him, like, why would you do this, son? Like, son, what are you doing? Like, that's how I talk to him. I talk to most people like that, though.
Oh, well, obviously, you got a close relationship with him and whatnot. But, or even my wife, she has a nephew. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got no siblings, so. Well, I mean, I got siblings, but they step siblings, and I don't know if they got kids yet. But, you know, I ain't calling nobody nephew, even if they're younger. The only person that called me nephew was my actual uncle. You know what I'm saying? But Snoop Dogg is the only person I want to hear calling somebody nephew if he don't have an actual sibling with a son, specifically. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where it applies. You gotta be specific. But yes, what's going on? He said he owe Trick a bag, my nigga. Either he gonna pay or he finna get up and then he gonna pay. Since then, Big U has come out and been like, I denounced this nigga. I renounced this nigga. In other words, fuck him. He's emphatically disputed the entire scenario as well.
So
he
even
said,
the nigga who was allegedly there with him is saying none of this
never
happened.
He said, I have never been in LAX airport with Whack 100. Exclamation point. 2 of them.
Gotcha.
Nor did we run down on Future. Fact. I wish y'all would get it in y'all head. These people lie all day. 10% truth, 90% them. That's crazy.
So this story already sounded ridiculous, dog. I wanted to make sure you really got the whole thing out, because I didn't want to cut you off till it was done. The nigga said that Future was running in LA. And then as Future was running, he called someone on the phone
while running,
and then threw the phone back, and
tossed it back.
Whack caught said phone and started talking in the phone while also still chasing this nigga. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Or did he stop chasing Future once he heard Birdman's voice?
I don't know if he disclaimed whether he stopped running or not, but that shit is just crazy. I just feel like if you chasing, first of all, if I'm running from anybody, first of all, I'm a fat nigga, so that's already a lot for me to be running from somebody.
True.
You gotta at least have like 5 niggas up. I gotta feel like I'm gonna die for me to run. You know what I'm saying?
But they're in the airport, so there ain't no weapons. So it's like the airport is the safest place to fight.
Well, I would still have to feel like I'm gonna die. I would have to feel like
no, I get you. I get you completely. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
If you're ever in a situation, the airport is the safest place to fight a nigga, because you can't get no weapons in there. So if a nigga want to fight, bro, book you a ticket. I'll meet you at your terminal, because I know you ain't got shit on you.
If I ever get into it with somebody at the airport, I'm be like, oh yeah, it's lit.
There's no weapons in here.
I remember it.
We really gonna see by these hands.
It is Atlanta. Atlanta niggas be strapped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I tell you me and my wife hung out with one of her work friends and her husband, and it wasn't until the end of the day that we found out that nigga was strapped the whole day.
Yeah.
That shit was funny as hell. We went back to their crib and was chilling. Nigga just casually took his shirt off, had a tank top, and I was like, "That's a whole pistol right there."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
That's
"Yeah."
normal.
I'm like, "Yeah." I ain't gonna lie. If I'm outside and I get into altercation, I'm playing it real safe with niggas.
I see
outside.
guns all day.
You know
Like
what
when
I'm
I go outside, like I'm trained to look for guns on waistbands and it like on and niggas' clothing. Like I'm used to it.
And I ain't gonna lie, I almost feel I don't feel threatened at all because I feel like we know how black people operate. Black people only shoot a nigga they have a problem with.
Yeah,
But if
it
you
don't,
just
it don't
chilling.
faze me at all to see niggas having
Yeah.
guns on them. I don't be caring.
You know,
I have no beef with these niggas.
you know how many times I went to Chili's and just casually looked outside in the window and I'm like, that's somebody walking in with a nice sized Desert Eagle on their side.
Mhm.
All right, shoot. Get down these chicken tenders though.
It's like I was saying. As he chased this nigga,
As he chased
he's having a full conversation on the phone.
with Birdman.
I don't know if you or any of our viewers has ever tried to run and talk at the same time.
Well, also, Black 100 is not the most athletically fit nigga. He got a little stomach on him, you know what I'm saying? So that wind is different. And he older.
So he was running and talking at the same time, which I highly doubt happened, and had a full conversation with Birdman
Yeah.
about this situation.
Apparently.
What is?
And I just want to know in this whole thing, what was Big U doing? That's what I want to know because he
was probably there too. Allegedly.
I
He
just
was
wanna know-
there too, running right beside
He
him.
must have been right there. He's like, what Birdman say? Get back here, bitch ass nigga.
Cartoon, this some old Scooby Doo ass shit.
You gonna pay what you owe.
This some Scooby Doo ass shit where you see niggas running with the same background over and over again. Like that's how I picture this in my head.
It'd be funny
Nigga,
as
this
hell.
never happened.
It would be funny as hell if there's a video of Future running from two big old ass bald niggas in LAX.
If you don't go grab a security guard and be like, get these old niggas to stop chasing me.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
police all through airports.
As soon as niggas start running, they're gonna be like, hey,
Exactly. They're gonna intervene because that's
Yeah.
their job at
Yeah.
that point.
you ain't gonna get too far, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But
Why would he even do? Why would you lie like this? Like this isn't even a good lie.
Listen,
This
I ain't
isn't even a
gonna
lie worth telling.
at this
This
point,
doesn't advance him in any way. This don't make his name better. This don't make him no money. Like this is a pointless lie.
Big U has been on some bullshit in Clubhouse for a while now. Like,
Talking about whack.
whack one. My bad. Oh, my bad. No, not Big U. Big U's name hasn't been smutted.
I do know that
It's
whack
Whack
is
100.
always on Clubhouse, either in some shit
On
or starting
bullshit.
some shit.
You listen. Even one time where he was talking crazy to 21 Savage and then made amends. He brought 21 Savage on there just to allege that 21 Savage was snitching. And 21 was just confused. He was like, nigga, how you just bring me on here and all of a sudden now you say I'm snitching? Like, what are you even talking about, bro? And then, of course, nigga had to get, it was like, oh, you trying to get content, my nigga. You really trying to get content? Like, really? This is how you want to do it? All right, my nigga. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. But yeah, Doughboy just went to clown the whole shit.
I did see the clip of Doughboy
Yeah.
in the car.
Niggas start off just lying. Niggas say, what's that one bitch name? The singer bitch, his baby mama. Bro, you know Sierra's name. Stop playing, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He said, niggas is crazy, bro. That don't even sound realistic at all. Like, you telling me you ran down on Pluto and Sierra? Oh, you's a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
And what was Sierra doing the whole time these
don't
niggas is
know.
running?
Where's Ja? we need clarification from Sierra. She needs to certify all this. Somebody. But yeah, that shit, niggas is bugging out, you know what I'm saying? But speaking of 21 Savage, now this is the last one.
21.
So apparently,
Mhm.
in I think in the Twitter space chat, this is why niggas stay introverts, because once niggas finally pop out and be a little bit social, niggas have casual conversations and then they just say some shit and niggas just run with the shit and then niggas be like, you know what? That's why I don't talk.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently there was in a Twitter space chat, and 21 Savage was in it. Let me pull the other article, see who else was in there, because it was just 21 Savage talking to random niggas. Well, I guess they were talking about people who are relevant and whatnot, right? With the wake of King's Disease 3 being out, shout out to Nas. You know what I'm saying? Definitely hype about that. But in this space, 21 Savage has said that Nas is irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
But he, actually wasn't like trying to diss. He just said that I don't feel like he's relevant. He just has a loyal ass fan base and he still makes good ass music. No, it's not a. I mean, it's an opinion.
I don't think it's a.
It's not a bad opinion.
Because it sounds wild without the second sentence behind it.
Yeah.
Now, when you get the full context of the statement, I get what he's trying to say.
And the problem is, like, Nas has such a big and loyal ass fan base that even when he does drop, he'll become relevant again because we're just not used to him dropping this consistently
At
and this
all.
often. So we're just happy to have that.
Yeah, so hey, it's not major events when he's dropping now because he's doing it more frequently.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And,
that's why. That's the only reason why. He would be more relevant if he dropped less often. But hey, he's trying to go on a career renaissance. I think it's working for him.
For sure.
I was reading something.
Especially with Hit Boy.
Yeah, crazy.
Shout out to Hit Boy. Listen, I'll give Hit Boy flowers right now. We might need to make a segment for Hit Boy if we haven't already.
I'm with that. But I was reading something a couple of days ago about how niggas in Nas's camp, because like Nas never officially made it, but niggas in Nas's camp were speaking on the album he had with Kanye, the one that was
trash.
Yeah, the one
basura.
The one that's not at all what people wanted
at all.
Apparently, the people in Nas's camp were saying that the album came together last minute and that he was literally adding verses to songs on the way to the listening party for the album, and that the album wasn't mixed correctly, and that basically Kanye wasn't treating Nas like a priority and was like, "Oh yeah, you're Nas, you'll be fine. You don't got to sit down together in the studio and craft something. Like I could just send you stuff and it'll be good. Because I mean, come on, you're Nas, it's gonna be great."
Sounds very Kanye-ish.
Absolutely. So then that's why none of the songs are mixed correctly, and then it was so poorly received and done. And like Nas was furious with the whole situation. It was so bad. That was supposed to be his last Def Jam album. It's so bad, Def Jam said, "Nah, you got to make another one." Damn. So then that's why he had to drop Lost Tapes too. And they said those was all throwaways, and they just had to scramble to put them together so he could finally get out of his Def Jam deal.
And that still did better than an actual crafted Kanye-backed project. That's why I don't understand y'all niggas that be on Kanye dick these days, because it's not the same man, bro. It's not. It is, but it ain't the same person that made College Dropout. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the same person that made late registration, graduation. Not even the same nigga that made 808s and Heartbreaks, my nigga. Mm-hmm. I stopped listening after Life of Pablo. Life of Pablo might be the last one.
That's the last thing I listened to.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't gonna lie, I respect the music because he's still gonna be great musically. Just bars wise, it ain't gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? And I'll even respect that stems player he got, because a nigga like me, a music lover, I personally like that shit because it just
is cool.
It sounds great to have, like, you know, a thing that actually makes stems, which is separates the vocals from the beat, from low end, you know, shit like that. That's actually fire to me, especially as a person that samples and whatnot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially with the game, especially the drill game being disrespectful with the samples.
Yeah,
I could get real disrespectful with some sampling on that, but. You know.
I've been annoyed ever since I found out that there was supposed to be a Sci-Hi verse on "Father Stretch My Hands."
Yeah, listen, anybody out there in the world.
I heard Sci-Hi's verse, I was like, yeah, this would have been crazy.
Anybody in the world, if you have a Sci-Hi verse and you decide to not place it anywhere, you need. I feel the same opinion as Waka Flocka saying if you've never tried lemon pepper wings, and his opinion on that was slap yourself, please. Okay. Now I'm not to slap myself because I don't really care for.
I don't care for them that much either. They're one of the most overrated wing flavors.
Very much. And we live in Atlanta. I've tried them places.
In Atlanta, that's a blasphemous statement.
Have you tried them wet?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm
cool with lemon pepper flakes on something else, but just a whole lemon pepper wing, no. Like if I get a mild or a spicy, and I tell them throw a couple lemon pepper flakes on it, but don't like whole lemon pepper by wing. Yeah,
it's a good complement of flavor because I ain't gonna lie. Like one of my favorite wing flavors out here is I get hot honey lemon pepper. Mm-hmm. That's fire.
Yeah, because they make hot honey, then they sprinkle lemon pepper at the end when it's done.
It's a good complementary flavor, but just having straight up lemon pepper,
no.
I only give it a little bit of leeway. I haven't tried lemon pepper wet, and I heard lemon pepper wet is the way you're supposed to have it.
It's good.
I still feel like it's gonna be lemon pepper still.
Yeah, because lemon pepper,
it's just it's a weird flavor because it's sour and pepper. I'm just like,
it's not a complex enough flavor to me to carry a whole wing. Yeah. But there's so many other wing variations of combos you can go with. Lemon pepper is a good side wang, but I would never get a whole set of lemon
Yeah,
pepper.
you need a
like,
mini.
if I got a 10-piece, I'll get a couple lemon pepper, but the others got to have some zing
Yeah.
and some pep to it.
Like, you know what? Lemon pepper is equivalent to having a glass with water in it and lemon juice. That's exactly what it is. It feels weird by itself, but if you put anything else in there, you put a Kool-Aid packet, you put some sugar in there, you put some juice in there, put some Minute Maid, whatever. Even put freaking a chaser in there, mix it with put some soda, whatever. It might sound like something or taste like something, but just by itself, it's just why.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'm not a lemon pepper guy, but it is what it is. I've been talking about this recently because I'm tired of living this like, you know,
Yeah,
I'm
weird,
ready to come out and tell my truth.
You know what I mean?
Lemon pepper is overrated.
Overrated, my
I
nigga.
feel like I'm gonna say now. I've been saying this, and I'm gonna repeat myself.
Look, I'm feeling froggy. Nigga. Make this a clip, my nigga.
Lemon pepper.
Make this a clip.
I got you.
We making this shit a clip, my nigga. I'm had it.
Usually we don't do the show and be like, nah, this the clip.
Nah, this is the clip.
All right.
Roll the rest of the clip.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna speak my truth. Lemon pepper and Hennessy are poisoning the black community.
That's a fact, man.
And I mean that shit.
That's a
Them is
fact.
two of the most overrated foods. But
can't.
niggas can't get enough of them, and I'm sick of this shit.
Sick of it.
They're not that good. There's much
Overrated.
better cognacs than Hennessy.
Yes.
There's much better wing flavors than fucking lemon pepper.
So much better.
Why are they always the default everywhere you go?
I don't know.
Sick of it.
I've had it.
This is one of them situations where I actually do blame the rap music. Because if it wasn't for the rappers, we wouldn't be talking about lemon pepper wings and Hennessy so
I
much.
blame Rick Ross.
Yep.
This is one of the, listen, this is not this is and I've been on, I think I've been on this platform saying that like Rick Ross has a perfect voice for expressing food, love, and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I still rent free in my head is the time he was just talking about, listen, buttered asparagus. I don't know. He just said buttered asparagus and said nothing else about it. And I was just like,
have you ever seen that clip of him and DJ Khaled trying to explain almond milk to Rick Ross?
No.
Oh, well, that's how you know that them niggas really just be saying shit. Because I was some type of interview they was doing. I saw a clip going around where Rick Ross was like, yeah, man, I just started drinking 2% the other week, and Khaled was like, oh, you ain't tried the almond milk? Ross was like, nah, man, I don't know if I could trust it. Because he's like, how are you milking the nut? Like, how do you get the milk from the nut? And then Khaled was like, I don't really have all the answers, because I always got the answers, but it's like they press it and that's how they get the milk. So Rick Ross was like, I don't know if I could trust it, man. Like I said, I just started 2% the other week, bro. Like, I don't know if I could get into this other milk lane.
You kind of leaping, my nigga.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like,
you leaping a little too much. Oh.
But that's how all milk is. They just press the nut. They just squish it.
Wait till you find out about oat milk, my nigga.
Oat milk is even easier because like you could make oat milk at your house. I still haven't done it. You literally just take the oats and water and put it in a blender and then you strain it.
And then
that's all oat milk is.
You know what I'm saying?
It's good though. It's my favorite form of milk at this point.
For sure. I haven't had dairy milk in a minute and I don't miss it.
No.
Only time I really have dairy now is if I have something that's already pre-made with milk. You know,
yeah,
if I have like a milkshake or ice cream or something.
Yeah, or like cheese.
Yeah, cheese. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you too for putting me on the real cheese.
It's not the same
because it's not the same thing. All right, I do want people to be out there. Stop getting cheese products. Okay, go to the deli area in your stores and get actual cheese. All right,
it's very different.
Anything when you try to get them slices, look at it. It's gonna say cheese product.
It says pasteurized cheese product.
That's not cheese, my nigga.
They can't even call it cheese.
Yes,
because it's not.
But listen,
you're not the first person I teach this to. I teach this to the homie Blake as well. Blake had the same realization. Blake tells me at least once a year, Kev, I just want to thank you for telling me the difference between real cheese and fake cheese. Like, I think about it every time I go to the store. It's not the same.
Nigga, we can have a whole show on shit that Blake don't know about.
Yeah.
I'm still mad. I don't even care if he lived in Atlanta or not. For him to not know what Dipset was, very offensive. Okay,
we're Southern. We don't care about that.
Niggas can at least know, like don't know. But listen, that would be the difference between when I was in Florida and Lil Wayne was popping, and I'd be like, yeah, Jay-Z, and it was like, fuck Jay-Z. We listen to Lil Wayne,
and we meant that.
But then if a nigga was like, who's Jay-Z? I would be like, excuse me?
I at least knew who he was.
I'm like, if you don't know Jay-Z, I'll be like, come on.
I've seen the Big Pimpin' music video enough times to know who he
like,
was.
That shit would blew my goddamn mind.
And
You know
I
what I'm saying?
like the only reason I like knew Dipset besides you is
Cam.
yeah, I knew Cam, and I also played the Def Jam Vendetta fighting games. So
Yeah. Wait,
played the games.
none of them they weren't in that game.
Nah, bro, I'm confident at least one of them.
Nah.
Jim Jones wasn't in none of them.
Nope.
Oh wow.
He was in Icon,
Okay.
unfortunately. Because I was very upset because that was Jim Jones' time to shine because he was the niggas know the story. He was the non-rapper and all of a sudden he caught a real hit. But he had to be in the game that was ass.
It was in the game. Was they in
Just
NFL Street?
Jim Jones. He was only in that one. None of them were in the other games. I definitely would know.
That's fascinating.
They was in a movie.
Not even Joel's?
Nope.
Nah, bro, so this don't sound right. I'm not gonna Google
Even
it. I'm
Joel,
just-
even Joel was like, I ain't being in that shit. I ain't being in that bum ass game.
And then I bet they regret that shit.
Not Icon. Icon was ass.
Everybody regrets. Nobody wants. Let's talk about Icon.
Icon is
I'm not
ass.
talking about Icon, nigga.
Well, when Fight for New York came out, I don't know if Jim Jones was popping enough to be in that. And I
I'm
don't
talking about Icon. Like, this is the most anybody talked about Icon in years.
and they were Icon living. But yeah, I think at that time, Joel's wouldn't have made it because his first album had flopped. I don't know if the second one was out yet. It was doing well or not. I don't know. And then Cam, I feel like Cam niggas be having egos. Be like, I'm not gonna be in no game, so niggas can be virtually beating me up, my nigga. Like, I pack pistols, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't think. And also, oh wait, no, he was signed to Rockefeller. So I don't know. Maybe at that time he was on his independent shit where he kind of left Rockefeller and it wasn't Def Jam related no more. So it is what it
I'm
is.
gonna look up the roster because I don't know. You might be
definitely-
right, and I want you
sure.
to be right. I really do.
I would
want
be
you to-
surprised
want
if
you
there's
to be
somebody
able to
else-
stand on your correctness.
I'll be surprised if somebody else is on Def Jam that, and I won't say the thing by name no more, but we'll see if he's on that roster. But I know he wasn't in none of the games.
If you don't I know what you want to keep saying.
Listen.
I'm like, nigga.
I was so surprised when DMX wasn't in Fight for New York. I was like, DMX should be one of the main niggas.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I know this is gonna sound blasphemous.
But
It was a very long time before I realized DMX was from New York.
excuse me.
You know I don't care who's from New York.
Excuse me.
So I didn't
Excuse me?
realize that's where that nigga was from for the longest time.
This nigga is crazy.
In my spirit, I could have swore that nigga was from Detroit. Until
This nigga is wild.
eventually.
This nigga is tripping.
Eventually, I learned that I was very incorrect. And I have no problem admitting that I was wrong.
This nigga's wild. The only thing that could be different about that is
Yeah,
the
you
fact
were
that he
very
wasn't
correct
from a
about
borough.
the Fight for New York roster. None of these niggas are in it.
Yeah. But the only thing that could be different about DMX is the fact that he wasn't from a borough. So when niggas ain't from a borough, they kind of like rep New York a little less hard. He's from Yonkers. And really, Yonkers only has, which not only because they are heavy representatives, all of them, but the Locks, Mary J. Blige, and DMX. Other than that, and John the Don. Other than that, Yonkers ain't really got no other representatives that have like really did their thing in the rap game. So, you know, I guess I could understand that because most actually you would have to omit one whole song because he does mention being from New York in one song in Rough Riders Anthem, because you don't know what our style is. New York niggas the wildest.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But he also mentioned other places too, because he would also mention B-more in some places, because I looked at the story and he did spend some time in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying, busting guns and shit. But
Is this another Tupac situation where a nigga is from all over?
nah, he's really from Yonkers, but I think he just, as the story goes, he was trying to make it as a rapper, but the niggas that ended up making Rough Riders, they was also street niggas. And while they were trying to get the shit off the ground, they still had to be in the streets to make shit happen. And DMX was a wild nigga, a shooter. So they would try to get him out of the streets, but at the same time, it was like they try to make shit pop too. So it was like they would all be involved in street shit. And they went to Baltimore with it, because I think Yonkers had got too hot or some shit. But yeah. You know what hustlers do? Hustlers tend to move out of their surroundings and shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, those are only two places I know. Yonkers and Baltimore. They set up shop in Baltimore, since Baltimore was one of the craziest places at the time too. Hence The Wire.
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, it was. Yeah.
For sure. But yeah. So yeah, 21 Savage, you know what I'm saying, tweeted he would never disrespect Nas or any legend who paved the way for me. Y'all just be trying to take stuff and run with it, which is true.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like his shit wasn't no malice in it, but you know. And I heard Kodak Black try to respond to it, telling him that you tripping, which I low key appreciated that.
That is surprising that Kodak said that, because
I wouldn't expect Kodak Black to respect Nas.
Yeah, me either. And Kodak has never really been like a student of the game when it comes to hip hop. At least he's never been out public about it, type of thing. And he, very similar to myself, is all about being Southern. So it is surprising that
he
he
be
would
too
say
Southern
that.
sometimes.
It is surprising he would say that. How can you be too Southern?
I just be wondering why niggas do the shit when they have a grill. They just have to be like this.
That's part of the game. You have to do that.
It don't make sense to me.
I do that when I put my goals in. I do that every time.
It just.
When I get Mo, it's a wrap.
I don't be understanding it.
You don't understand. What's the point of having a grill if niggas can't see it? So you even gotta talk different. You gotta move your lips in a way that accentuates your teeth when you're wearing them.
I hate it when niggas did that shit.
You have to, because if you don't, what's the point of wearing it?
Nigga,
how niggas gonna see how shiny your mouth is if you don't talk in a way that shows it?
When Malik had a bottom grill, when the bottom grills, when having just a bottom grill was popping at one time, that nigga got a bottom grill, and when I tell you he used to talk like this,
got to.
That shit was so fucking annoying because I'm just like, nigga, you have a you have a shiny ass thing in your mouth. I can see it when you talk. You don't gotta do that.
You can't always see. It depends on the lighting. It's certain lighting in certain rooms. So that's why you gotta overdo it so it gets done correctly.
That shit was so goddamn annoying, bro.
You have to. You wouldn't understand. He don't get it. He don't know.
Maybe I'm used to when niggas had golds, they either did it tooth by tooth or they would do it like I'm used to niggas that had like golds, they would have like tooth by tooth. Or they had permanents. You know what I'm saying? My dad
permanence is different.
My dad had permanents, so like when you get the permanents, they're the actual size of your tooth instead of like being overly different. So it don't just sit on top of your tooth and you feel the difference. You know what I'm saying? When you got, but I was also never a fan of people that got gold teeth because it just made your unless you do it like this, so I clearly see that it's a gold tooth. It just like you got a rotten tooth in this shit.
Yeah, it's different when they're permanents. Permanents are completely different. You don't gotta do that when it's a permanent because they gonna see it eventually. It's your real tooth. Because I got cousins got permanents. Like my grandma, my daddy's mom had permanents. I got aunts, mainly on my dad's side. You know what I'm saying? All of them is the gold teeth wearing niggas. Listen, my mom's side is the only side of my family you've ever met. So they do that. They don't do that.
Elegant, upstanding citizens.
Yeah. They don't do that. I'm probably the only person in this family who has gold teeth at this point, and I'll probably never get permanents.
Yeah, I feel like I got to see how that shit plays out. Like, I want to see somebody with permanents that like got it youngin and now they're like in their 60s. Like, did it?
I've seen it. It was my grandma. Around? She did. And then some of my aunts. Yeah, my dad's the only one in his family in his immediate family who doesn't have any gold teeth.
I feel like they probably climb on the low. Like, nigga,
they probably do.
When you gonna get your golds, my nigga?
Bro, like, nigga,
you don't even represent us, my nigga.
How you gonna be a South Florida nigga and you don't got no type of shine in your mouth?
You know what I'm saying?
You don't got locks. You stand out, dog. And niggas, that's not what niggas want you to do.
That nigga look like Huey Freeman to the family, nigga. Yeah. Are you ashamed of us? Yeah. Very. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to 21 Savage, you know what I'm saying? He'll be all right. Niggas just be trying to run with some shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to do all that shit. Niggas trying that, but like I said, this is gonna be the reason why niggas don't talk no more, because 21 Savage just got to the point of like talking to niggas. You know what I'm saying? Doing interviews here and there, and nigga gonna go back to his hub of silence and making quiet money, you know what I'm saying, and doing quiet collab projects with only 5 verses with the hottest rapper in the game. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, but you know, shout out to Drake. I wonder who Drake's next collab project is gonna come from.
Well,
which I'm not mad at.
I'm not mad at any of them.
It'd be all right.
If you're a ridiculous person like Quan is a conspiracy theorist who has been for years now trying to say
this nigga's crazy
that Drake isn't the biggest artist in the game, and nobody else agrees with him. He said
in the rap world, yes.
He said, yeah, man, Drake, only reason he dropped this project with 21 is because his last project didn't do what he think it would do. It didn't do the numbers like that. So then now he's dropping his project with 21 because 21 is hot. He's trying to use 21's name to keep himself relevant. And everyone is like, Ken, what are you talking about?
I like that energy because
nobody agrees with this nigga.
This is why I can't be. This is why I used to be around, but I can't be around because they would have to kick me out because I would be behind the camera like, hold on, what?
Nobody agrees with this, but he
be wilding.
Nobody agrees.
Next he's gonna be like, he might need to do an album with Yellow Beezy. You know, Yellow Beezy hot right now. Ken, what's wrong with you, my nigga? You bugging, all right? Even 21 Savage wouldn't agree with that shit.
Yeah, it makes zero sense.
21 been quiet, you know. Well, besides dropping Savage Mode 2 classic,
and that was like 2 years ago at this point.
Yeah. So other than that, like that's what I was saying before. Like I feel like this is just 21 ain't ready to pull out an album, but he had a few verses with Drake or a few songs, and he was like, Drake was probably like, "Yo, you want to do a collab album?" He's like, "Fuck it, I'll go outside." You know what I'm saying? All my investments are invested in, so all I gotta do is just let time happen, so them shits can go into more M's. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't been caring to go into the studio. It's all right. Just give me 4 or 5 verses. We'll call it a collab album. I'm Drake. I do what the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Ken bugging out with that one. He got to stop.
He won't though.
He can't stop. Won't stop. But yeah, so that'll cover the news topics for now. You know what I'm saying? We had a nice amount of news topics.
It took us a whole hour to get through like 4 topics.
Listen. I feel like we had back to back of just ass topics. Like
the whack 100 was still confusing to me because you were not chasing this nigga through an airport while also talking on the phone. You wasn't doing that, bro.
If I'm chasing a nigga tosses a phone, my thought is to not grab the phone
and then start talking into it.
I'm not even gonna hear like, oh, like Birdman was on the phone. He was calling for me. Like what the fuck? How? In the airport, which is already probably it's gonna be a little bit loud. Like how am I gonna hear the phone?
This is pure wacky cartoon shit.
For real. There's some Scooby-Doo shit, like you said. That nigga wildin', bro. Niggas be wildin'. But yeah, and I didn't even get to my Joe Budden disdain, but we ain't gotta talk about that.
Yeah, we've already gone long enough on these topics. Thank you, Quan, for your topics. I think you did a good job this week.
I'll just say this. Y'all go, if you care to, if you got 26 minutes of just free time, there's a video that somebody put together, and it says Joe Budden destroying his own podcast for 26 minutes straight. And when I tell you, now that it's already happened and I accept it, it's funny. But I know before it would have been devastating because it's like it's all the times where you could see the tension build up, all the times where it's like putting addresses to all the claims. You know, where Maul and Rory are saying, well, you know, where my problem happened when he started bringing stuff that's not public and taking little public shots, and then you will see like Joe Budden say something, and it'll be like Rory's reaction to it. It'll be like, yo, you all right, son? Like, you know what I'm saying? It'll be like, he'll just say some shit, and it'll be like, yo, you good? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or Maul being like, yo, I just don't like the disrespect, da-da-da-da-da. The time they, or even what makes it worse is when Joe Budden directly contradicts himself, when he'll be like, you know, these are my friends. I preach ownership. We're going to be just fine. And then the next one, he's definitely saying shit that it's hard to come back from, what you say. Or, like, you know, even Park sometimes trying to keep it a little real with him. Like, I think you do this. And people, it just be the wrong time to say certain shit. And Joe Budden be like, you know, I wouldn't want to be that guy that would steal. I wouldn't be able to go to bed and be that guy. You know what I'm saying? I like to have people that keep me accountable around me, and I like to think that my people around me keep me accountable. And then literally the next clip is Maul telling you, you did this, and I felt like that was crazy, and how could you even feel like that's okay? And Joe Budden's being like the worst thing was when it was like when it was still cool, and it was like, yo, just as Joe Budden was like, what do you think I owe my friends? And Roy was just like, I mean, just as a friend, you know what I'm saying? If you build something with somebody, you know what I'm saying? I think you just owe them respect. As your friend, you just owe friends respect. You know what I'm saying? And Joe Budden literally tried to say, first of all, he tried to go like, I respect strangers. And it was like, but do you respect your friends? It was like, I respect everybody, Maul. We were like, all right, do you owe a stranger respect? And the person was like, no. He's like, all right, but we're talking about your friends. Do you owe your friends respect? He was like, I don't agree with that. And he was just like, so you don't owe your friends respect? Like, shit is this dope, like, direct contradiction, my nigga. So yeah, that video is funny now, but it's like, it just shows the destructive nature of Joe Budden. Just one way that people can see it. But yeah, shout out to Rory Mall, still doing well. I gotta catch up on their shit because they have a lot of they rolling. They got certified. They got Russ on there, Saha on there, Benny the Butcher interviews. I want to see the one Big Body Best. Big Body Best is my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That for those that don't know, that's that nigga that be ad-lib talking shit on Action Bronson songs. I love that nigga, bro. I love that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the nigga I want to be. Like, I wish I knew somebody that was like a Griselda rapper just so I could talk shit at the end of records. Just talk like West Side Gun level shit. You know what I'm saying? You niggas is bums. Fuck is wrong with y'all niggas?
You're right. You're right. That is what West Side Gun does best because he is the best rapper whose name starts with W. Yes.
He's not, but you know, we definitely respect him. He's well respected.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe even I'll give the best brand.
Yeah, I give you that.
He's the best brand of rapper that starts with W. Not rappers, because niggas will be like Wu-Tang. That's a clan.
That's a group. That's different.
It's a group. It's different. Right? Individual. And the funny thing is, somebody still might tell us in the comments if we forgetting somebody, because it's probably somebody we wild and they be like, nigga, you forgot about, and we be like, oh.
Somebody tried to tell me Wyclef yesterday when I was streaming with Granddad.
Tell that nigga stop being funny.
I said, look, bro, I respect Wyclef, but it's not. It's now you're just saying shit.
No, just no.
Now you just saying shit.
All right, you just saying shit. Respected, yes. Fugees, yes.
Yeah.
Solo joints, yes. Respected rapper. Stop it.
Come on now.
Stop it.
Come on, son.
You know what I'm saying? Spit a good Wyclef 16, my nigga.
Come on, son.
It's gonna be some random shit from a Fugees album, and then that's it. It ain't gonna be nothing recent. You know what I'm saying? Come on, son.
Nigga gonna start spitting the Lauryn Hill verse like we said Wyclef.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas gonna be like, yo, you remember when Wyclef said, I didn't know that she could dance like this? She would want to speak Spanish? Nah, son, that was a Haitian speaking Spanish on the track. Y'all niggas don't understand. That was
you don't
big.
remember If I Was President? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Nah. You see, you ain't no real Wyclef fan. You don't know hip hop.
Oh shit, I really forgot about that shit, bro. Oh shit, if I was president. Oh shit, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's gonna do it for Hip Hop Shenanigans this week. We're gonna get into our actual battle review.
Bro, that nigga really said, I know some so poor. When it rains, that's when they shower. Screaming, fight the power. Yeah, that'll cover the news topics so we can move on to the actual reason we're here.
This week's battle is
Bow.
two of Quan's favorite rappers.
Fucking terrible.
This is from a couple of years ago. It's a King of the Dot battle. Head Ice versus Big K. This battle, I'm gonna be honest with you, Quan. Usually I write all my notes out and stuff. I didn't write notes. I didn't take notes because I already knew how this was gonna be. I just said,
It was pretty easy to formulate.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to formulate.
Yeah.
I will say this before we get into it. But you know what? No, I'll save it.
Because I was going to ask you, what are your overall opinions of this battle before we start?
I actually thought it was a good battle.
It was not bad. I will say
I thought it was a good battle. I was actually entertained. Like, I was listening to it mad early, and I got through the first round because, you know, my job tried to screw me and throw an extra trip on me. But in that first round, I was like, oh, okay, I'm in for a good battle. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be boring on both sides. You know what I'm saying? So I will say that for sure.
I'll agree with you. This battle was not bad. I expected it to be worse from one of these rappers whose name I would say.
From one side.
Yeah.
One side of the coin.
Yeah. But overall, I do think it was a decent battle. I will say that. Battle starts off. Head Ice goes. Head Ice had a really, I think, if I had to give him a best round, I'd probably say it was his first.
Definitely first.
His first round was his best round.
Definitely.
The first round was also the round with the most gas on it from both sides. Because the crowd was just excited to see them at this point.
Yeah.
The crowd was very excited through the first round of both of these rappers. And it was showing that Head Ice is first. Because I'll be honest, he wasn't saying nothing crazy, but it wasn't as bad as Murder Mook was, where niggas was losing their mind.
Murder Mook got gas of the decade, my nigga.
Of the decade.
I ain't never seen so much nigga Mexican food, ice cream, soda, all kinds of GMO and gluten in that gas.
It was you ain't never seen shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? It might have been a little bit of shit in that gas too.
It was wet.
It was wet. That shit was crazy.
So yeah, it was some gas in the crowd. They were just happy to see Head Ice in Canada and a room full of white people, which still makes no sense.
I don't understand what
makes no
what
sense.
hold he has on Canadians that they niggas just fuck with him, like, and they be understanding the bars, which I'm like, it should be so street. It don't go over your head, but like you got to experience something to know that. Like I only feel like I get it because I've listened to so much street music and so much street bars that it's like I get what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? But like you have to understand the psyche of a street nigga to understand some of his shit. Like he don't just be straight up like, I pull the pistol out, blow your brains so the streets can hear what you think. You know what I'm saying? He'll have some shit like, he'll put like some 21 type shit where it's like, nah, that nigga might have experienced that shit. The way he's speaking on it. He's speaking on the psyche of a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah. Side note too, the Head Ice song they played after the battle,
I did listen to it. It was not that bad.
It was a decent
you
song.
know what? And then I listened to it enough to even hear Big K's verse on the song. So at the end of the video, they played a Big K and Head Ice song that they made together, and it really wasn't that bad.
Oh, see, that's the part I missed. I didn't know Big K was on there.
Yeah, he had a verse on it too.
I might check it out because I want to see Big K actually like rap.
I was thinking that too. I said, all right, well, we do need more battle rappers to listen to. Let me see how this song sounds. And it wasn't bad.
I do want to say that,
Even though it was
only
a 6-year-old song.
Yeah, it was pretty. I will say there's only 3 before we started reviewing battle rap albums. There was only 3 battle rappers that I knew made music and I liked it, and Head Ice is one of them.
Okay.
Head Ice, when he first came out, like I was trying to. He had an album out, but it was like so, like. It was like the MySpace days, like towards the end of MySpace. So it was really like, unless your shit was popping or you put it up on a platform to be downloaded, he was still trying to sell his shit. So it was really hard to find that album. You know what I'm saying? But some of the joints I heard from him was amazing.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So
I'm open to listen to his music.
Yeah, he but his shit does sound like, even one of his battles that I like was really a verse from a song, but. You know, I think that's what makes like Head Ice's shit is fire. Is like I feel like his shit fits more on the track. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't really do his shit to punch, but there be bars in there. It's just not.
Yeah,
I be wondering how he really rocks in the battle rap world with his style.
Because he really do be putting album bars into battles, and like they really don't be directed at niggas specifically, but people be like, oh yeah, I rock with it. Okay.
You know, except for when he loved her home fries. Love home fries. I never understood what that shit was from. I feel like it was just so random, and it was just funny to have this grown ass man talking about, I love a home fries. I love a home fries. This shit was so bad. This shit was so bad. He had to tell Spade, he was like, yo, stop laughing. I gotta get through it. That shit was so hilarious, bro. That shit was hilarious, bro.
And Head Ice knows that his shit is funny. Because even when Big K was doing the Head Ice impressions, even Head Ice was laughing. I ain't
gonna lie, that was my favorite part. I have it in my notes, so I was like, I wish he did it more. I wish half the round was that, my nigga. Because it was hilarious. It was so fucking hilarious, bro.
It was spot on.
It really was, my nigga. It really was.
So yeah, Head Ice went out in first, had an arguably decent round.
Sure.
I'm not gonna act like, and that was not a bad round. It was just a long round because he had to pause every couple seconds and then rap again. Same issue that Big K had. The rest of the battle went by way smoother because the crowd got all of their system in the first.
Yeah,
but wait, the rounds felt long, but that's only because the crowd was so excited.
It was his first round or second round that Big K almost couldn't even get through because there was so much reaction.
That was the first.
That was the first? Okay.
That was the first.
Yeah, because so after Head Ice went, Big K was coming in. He came in out the gate. Immediately bars.
Yes.
Bars on deck immediately.
Big K's first round was mainly talking about how old Head Ice was, and that shit was funny.
And it was good shit, bro.
It was good shit.
It was good shit.
And it, like the thing, like who's the separator between their energy, right? Head Ice's energy was, yo, wolf, like yeah, the crowd just loving me. Big K's energy was, do y'all not hear how much better my bars are?
He's like, he ain't gonna beat me with that shit.
He ain't gonna beat me with that shit. He just kept repeating, he not gonna beat me with that shit. And like every time the crowd be like, damn, that was good. It's like clearly it's better than what this nigga just spent 5 minutes saying.
And they be like,
And the
bro.
first couple bars was just damn. All right, there's more into this than meets the eye.
And then the second half, he's like, yo, let me get through it, man.
Yeah,
let
bro.
me get through it.
Like they kept stopping him to just have to reflect on his shit. Like, bro, that was I'm not done yet. Like, come on, y'all, let me get through my shit.
Right.
His first round was really good.
Nigga said, mustache at your neighbor's house, Ned Flanders. Boy,
Yeah,
that nigga had bars on deck, bro.
he really did.
He had bars on deck.
He's like, what was the bar? He said something about like,
Knock the cream out your tapioca.
no, that was funny too. That was
That
funny
shit
too.
was
And he had the one about he signed his first record deal for Motown.
funny. Yes, bro.
His first record deal in the 60s on Motown. even had I was laughing at that,
Bro. Yo, he was like, when he said, get a load of me, ain't nobody as old as me.
L period, dude.
That shit was, yo,
That was the third.
that was
shit.
hilarious, bro.
I was like, yo, he got it.
He got it, bro.
Got it in that one. Because, bro,
Bro.
the part that caught me was L period, dude. Why you put periods between O?
Bro, that shit just, yo. That's just, cause I've heard head eyes be called old a lot. That was good. That was funny. That was hilarious, my nigga.
He said, you bought this cheap ass wolf ring. This ain't even jewelry. This is a
He's like,
trinket.
I bought this on Amazon for $4. That shit was crazy. Bro, he was like, yo, if you don't want your name made fun of, you should have chose a dumbass one. He said, head ice, wolf. You chose two. yo,
He was right.
I swear Big K is just an irritable white man and he just battle raps so he can just talk about all the shit he don't like about somebody with no guilt. Because I feel like that's what he really be criticizing niggas. Like,
And he had so many great points.
he really do. He be having great ass points, bro. Big K still one of my niggas, bro.
Yeah, bro. Clearly we both give the battle to Big K overall.
Oh, for sure. For
So
sure.
if I say Head Ice's first round was his best, what do you feel like was Big K's best round?
Big K's best round was definitely the first also, but his energy was definitely more consistent and more
Mhm.
kept.
Uh-huh.
I think Head Ice probably, because Head Ice definitely did good.
Mhm.
It was a good Head Ice.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But Big, like when, especially with the first, when everybody was like, yo, Head Ice going in. I was
Mhm.
like, okay, we got a good Head Ice.
Yeah.
Then Big K kind of just took all the momentum. So it's like, oh, okay, there's going to be a difference this battle.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, from then, it was like Head Ice was a good reaction, but it was never nowhere near compared to Big K.
Nah. And like you could tell Head Ice was trying, but
Yeah.
it was just the difference in quality of bars was very evident.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Head Ice did bad. He had a
definitely did
good
good.
performance.
He definitely did good.
It's just the bars wasn't there to match his performance,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, and it just didn't help that Big K was he was everything. He was funny. He was lyrical. He was violent. It was everything he needed to be.
Yeah, and he was switching his flows up enough to where it wasn't boring. Because
Yeah,
even when in the second one where he was rapping faster,
I think so. Yeah,
yeah. So if I had to say his best round, I might give it to his first round as well. Say his
Yeah,
first was his best
definitely.
round. Overall, it's a very entertaining battle. And it was better than I expected it to be. Because I told, like when I sent this to Quan, I said, "Look, what's the battle? I know Quan going like. Let me choose two of his favorites. Oh, they battled. Bet we doing it.
I'm still trying to give a specific Head Ice battle an early when niggas talk about gas. Head Ice has so much gas in the beginning, just cause he was an actual hood legend, and these battles were actually in his hood. So you want. I'm trying to get you to see one of these battles that actually have a murder mook level of gas.
It's gonna be that in the chest. That's in the chest. It's gonna be like
nigga.
that.
Yes,
Da.
yes, a specific one too. Listen, I want to give it too much. I don't know if you've seen it, but one of these days we gonna watch that battle. And you're gonna see where it started at least. You know what I'm saying? Which is funny enough too, because it is in stone that Head Ice is one of the main people that influenced Loaded Lux.
Yeah, and Big K even mentioned it. He's like, just who cares if you know Loaded Lux? He said something about knowing Lux in the third.
The Lions Den, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, he's like, you was in the Lions Den. Who cares if you know Lux? Like, yeah, like,
but this is definitely a good ass battle. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a good battle, very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? One of the good ones from King of the Dot for sure.
yeah, I agree with that. This was an overall entertaining battle
Yeah.
on both sides.
On
even.
both sides.
Head Ice was entertaining. It's just he couldn't It just wasn't going to work against his
Yeah.
opponent. I don't think he did anything wrong. That's just his style. I'm not gonna expect this nigga to write 4 times better than he usually does out of nowhere. Then it would be weird. But who's ghostwriting for this nigga? That would be a different conversation.
Yeah,
Because like this is
like how he was against Av.
Yeah.
That was a different Ice.
That was not the same Ice, and we both know it.
Somebody got publishing rights. Somebody got them shits on BMI, my nigga.
If this is what Chilla Jones be talking about,
You know what I'm saying?
Chilla Jones been saying he been writing for niggas, and if he wrote for Ice that round, I would believe it.
Yeah, somebody got their BMI number on them bars, my nigga.
I'm just saying he not bad, but it was suspiciously better than usual.
For sure.
But this I think this was a good Head Ice. I have nothing bad to say about Head Ice's
Definitely
performance
good
this
Head
time.
Ice. For sure.
I'm pretty sure when we do our wrap ups, you'll talk about how elegant his performance was and how he'll still be in your top battles of the year that you've seen.
Always, my nigga.
Because I still don't understand how he made your list last year. I still don't know.
Listen, because he controls everything. Harlem all day, every day. You feel me?
Okay, whatever. Are you ready to get into the scores?
Yes.
Crowd control.
Crowd control, I gave Ice a 3. It was decent crowd control. You know what I'm saying? And Big K, I had to give him a 5. Just because I just don't know what else to give a nigga that he couldn't even get through his round in a good way. It's like, I had to. You know what I'm saying? I had to. Now, while some of the other rounds were a little more tame, it's when he literally couldn't get through his shit. And then a whole battle here to keep being like, yo, let me get through my bars. He ain't gonna beat me with that shit. Fucking terrible. You know what I'm saying? So I give him a 5 on that.
All right. I also gave Head Ice a 3 because like he had good reactions. It's just it wasn't the same.
Yeah. Once Big K stole the room, it remained that way.
Yeah. But I gave Big K a 4. I didn't give him the full 5.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't give him the full, but I did give him a 4. I agree with everything you said.
Man.
Delivery.
I gave Ice a 4. It's the delivery I know from him.
Mm-hmm.
It's the delivery I like. You know what I'm saying? Big K also same thing. I gave him a 4. It's just the usual Big K and with good bars on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Good delivery. He knows what to do.
Yeah, that's fair. I gave Head Ice a 4, and I gave Big K a 5.
Mm-hmm.
But I do understand your 4. I do understand your 4 as well.
Yeah.
I just felt like there was a slight difference between the two of them. So that's why I gave Big K the 5 instead of the 4. But they both deliver in their usual style. But I think because Big K switched his flow up enough in the rounds, it showed something different. It shows versatility. Like, great word choice. I'm proud of you. That I said.
Versatile ain't that big of a word.
It's like I was saying. That's why I said, okay, he's showing something a little different between the rounds. So okay, he's delivering this well.
All right.
Haymakers.
I don't know why I probably said Hitmaker.
It looked like you said Hitmakers, but I wasn't going to talk. I was like, they heard me good enough that I'll just keep moving. But I did read like his lips said Hitmakers. Okay.
I had Berg on the mind apparently. But I gave Ice a 3 on Haymakers. It was good bars, but it wasn't the best. But I personally appreciate it. I just had to judge it, non-biasedly. You know what I'm saying? That'll be one thing, because I'm biased to a lot of niggas, but Head Ice for some reason is a nigga I like, but I'm also non-biased too. I tend to be non-biased.
Because there's no point in holding the bias on this one.
Yeah, I can't really fight for this one. I'm going to still say that I like Geechee Gotti more than Murder Mook on that damn battle.
I did too, but it was just undeniable that it's because Geechee didn't give you enough to work with. That was the only issue. If Geechee would have stumbled less and had a couple more haymakers, it would have been different. Yeah,
and yeah, because it's gonna be hard to even sell that. It's gonna be hard to sell that too. Like,
Mook had a flawless performance. He didn't have no stumbles, none of that.
Yeah, flawless performance.
That was the performance.
But as far as the bars,
it was not the bars. Performance is what carried him. That's it.
But yeah. So haymakers, I gave Ice a 3, and I gave Big K a 4. It was a good Big K.
Big K a 4 like you did, but I gave Ice a 2.
A 2?
I was really let down.
Damn.
I didn't give him a 1 because a 1 would have been disrespectful.
A 1, he would have been a mute. a 1, he would have said nothing. A 1, he would have had to choke.
Look,
he wouldn't have had bars to say. God damn.
It is what it
It's
is.
a tough crowd up in here.
Zone.
All right. Zone, I gave Head Ice a 4.
Okay.
You know, he definitely, he's confident. He's always going to deliver his shit, do his shit. That is one thing I do like, is whether the room was with him or not, it don't sway his performance. He's always going to be consistent with his.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I gave him a 4 on that, and I gave Big K a 4 also, because even though Big K was killing the room, I feel like Big K is also somebody that isn't swayed. Like he's gonna perform the same. He's not gonna be, he ain't gonna be like,
we know that's not true, because remember
what?
who was he battling when he rushed through it? He said, "Man, y'all dick eating."
Oh, when he put the phone out, you over that battle?
No, that was against the phone out. Was against
Reed.
It was against Reed. He battled somebody else that was like a big name, and the crowd was not fucking with Big K. And I remember he said, "Man, y'all dick eating."
Oh yeah, he did. Who was that? Oh.
And like when we both wrote down how he basically stopped trying and was just trying to get through his rounds so he can go home.
I'm trying to think.
Who did he battle?
Who did he battle? I got.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head. I just remember how we talked about he basically stopped trying. It was just ready to go home.
Yeah, there was definitely that battle where he stopped trying. But it's, I mean, he definitely had more enthusiasm when it came to
Was it Big K versus Pat Stay?
I think so. The battle of the white boys. Or if you're from Philly, the white bull.
Nah, it wasn't that one. Because I'm reading through my notes and that wasn't it. It's a good thing I take notes. Cause I immediately to read my notes and it wasn't that one.
I think it was. It was Pat Stay. Yeah, staycation 2 months ago. Because I'm actually on our page. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We doing research on the spot. You feel me? Hold It Down podcast. You know what I'm saying? 167 subscribers. Who want to be 168? Is it you? Is it you? Is it you?
Is it you?
You know what I'm saying? Cut through, put some numbers on the board. You know what I'm saying? Check out some of our old episodes. You know what I'm saying? Check out Buddy Butt. You know what I mean?
I don't even remember that one.
That was with was it Lou Jastro?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With Lou Castro and Jazz the Rapper.
Yeah, that
when
was
Buddy Butt.
Yeah,
that's what you named it.
That's I titled it because
you
she did run that bar back.
Buddy Butt.
That's funny. She do got a big ass head. I'm glad that she's finally acknowledging it, so because it's obvious.
I just remember one time where it was Jazz, I think Charlie Clips and Goods, and they were all on the battle rap game show for 15 Minutes of Fame, and I forgot what Jazz was saying. I think she was like talking shit to Charlie Clips, and he like grabbed her neck and like tried to like pretend choking her. But nigga, when I saw her neck disappear and it was just a big ass head just going like this, like I was like, damn, she do got a big ass head. Made his hands look small.
Also, it was Big K versus Charlie Clips. That was the
one.
It
was? Okay. Yeah, he probably was out joking him and shit, so there was nothing he could do with him.
Because I'm going through my notes, and like in the third round, I just wrote quick ass round because it's just like, yeah, he was over it.
Yeah, he was finito. But yeah.
Yep. And then
had Buddy Butt. I just love saying that. It's better than me talking about niggas slurping in the battle raps all day.
All right, there you go.
Know what I'm saying?
Shit. Anyway,
you don't like when niggas out here slurping no more? You ain't into that?
The Zone, I gave Head Ice a 4, and I gave Big K a 5.
You gave him a 5? You out here slurping? What? Why you slurping the Zone, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? You should be slurping that water instead of slurping Big K. You feel me?
So yeah, Head Ice got a 13, which is a B, and Big K got an 18, which is an A.
I don't know what my mind immediately went to. You ever slurped on ice? I gave Big K a 17, and I gave Ice less. I was trying to do the math on the spot, and I'm like, it's less. 14, I believe it's 14.
Okay.
But yeah, good battle.
Yeah, good battle.
Good battle, you know what I'm saying? Good battle on both sides for sure. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Head Ice hate from one side of this podcast, but you know, he gonna come through one day.
I said nice things about this man's whole performance.
Barely.
Look, it's only so much I could do.
You
dog.
treat his bars like he's grotesque. He deserves better than that. Treat our elders nicely, Kev. Okay?
Thought I did.
Get a load of me, ain't nobody as old as me. That shit was hilarious.
OPD.
That shit was hilarious to me, my nigga. That shit was hilarious. Artist of the week.
Artist of the week. You going first or am I going first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So oddly, in my Joe Budden criticism, it led me to go back to listening to some Slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying? I guess I wanted some of that lyrical miracle shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Bars on top of bars. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Slaughterhouse. For those that don't know who Slaughterhouse is, that consists of Joe Budden, Royce the 5'9",
Okay.
Joel Ortiz, and Crooked Eye, a.k.a. who's known now as King Crooked.
Yep.
You feel me? Four horsemen. You feel me? Fire. And on top of that, I've been listening to Too Rare. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out how to make those type of beats and whatnot. You know what I mean? So shout out to Too Rare. Album, tape, whatever you call it, because you never know these days. You don't know what's the album, what's the mixtape, whatever. Project coming soon. You know what I'm saying? What you been listening to?
I don't really have like consistent artists I've been listening to. I've been like more of a. It depends on the time of day. Like when I wake up in the morning, I be on like
Soulja Boy.
I see why you would think that.
You hop up out the bed, turn the swag on.
I be in like a rapidy rap mood in the mornings, but then like
so you listen to Laws. Wake up in the morning, turn my swag on.
And then after that, I be getting like a neo soul bag for like the rest of the day. So it really depends on the time of day. So in the mornings, I still be listening to that Cousin Stiz. I don't know why. I'm probably gonna be off of that by next week. Finally, it'll be out my system by next week. But after that, I be listening to Flora and the Fauna by Fonda Hughes. I love the vibe of that project. And then I still listen to Remember Your North Star by Yaya Bay. Got like 3 or 4 songs on there. Very nice vibe. And then every time I turn this shit off, it turns itself on. That damn Untidy Soul by Sam Henshaw. Like even like if I let my phone play random songs, they find a way to work that nigga in there. I was like, bro, I wasn't even supposed to be listening to this today.
Even your phone knows you be like, you need some more of this, my nigga.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell, fuck all the other shit you playing. How about this?
Yeah. Also, shout out to the homie Frank Ocean. I listen to Channel Orange at least once a month. It's a masterpiece.
It's nice to have some Frank Ocean with drums.
Yeah.
It's really good. Rhythms, instruments, percussion.
Lately, like, also, wait, I'm tripping. Mars of the Week is Usher. I'm fucking tripping. I've been listening to a bunch of Usher recently. I don't know what's going on with me, but I've been killing Usher.
You was trying to watch this.
I was, yeah. I've been listening to a bunch of Usher. Usher, my artist of the week. I don't know what I'm talking about. All them other niggas, I listen to them a good bit. I haven't listened to Usher recently. So Usher, my artist of the week.
Okay.
But I do wish Frank Ocean Godspeed on his next project.
For sure. You know what I'm saying?
Godspeed.
We also gonna wish Future Godspeed since, niggas be chasing him in LAX apparently. Allegedly.
It's like he had the time to run, pull his phone out, look through his phone for Birdman.
Yeah, you gotta really like you call it. Cause listen, maybe niggas is better with Siri than I am. I never am gonna be like
I never
call
use Siri, so maybe that's why I didn't think to do that. I never use Siri.
Imagine Future's deep-ass voice running, talking about call Stunner, call Baby, call Birdman. Like, imagine if that's the call for it. He don't even say his name. He just goes Siri. Bro,
Calling Birdman.
Calling Birdman. Number 1 stunner. Rich Gang. You know what's funny too? That, like randomly in my head has been that song Tap Out. And I really just wanted like the Rich Gang song with freaking mad niggas on it. I think Nicki Minaj, it had Lil Wayne, it had Future, some other niggas on there. It was before Rich Gang ended up being Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug. When they actually got solidified, because it was just a random ass collection of niggas. But I really realized, I was like, you know what? When you really got the wave, niggas will let you get away with anything.
Yes, they do.
That hook is so I don't want to say bullshit because it's in my head, so it must be good. But it's just like, how would you just go into the booth and be like, she got that $1 million, $1 million, ooh, ooh. Like, niggas really let him say that shit.
You want
and
to
was
time
like,
out?
like,
Time out.
I was like, niggas was really like, keep that. That's the first single, my nigga. Like, that shit crazy. That shit crazy. And then we got people out here like Ace Hood, you know what I'm saying, making hustle hards and motivational music and shit. And they get mild success. But then call Future, you know what I'm saying? When you wake up in a new Bugatti, nigga, I ain't gonna I love that beat. Boy, that Sunny Digital, my nigga. Yeah.
That song was huge.
Bugatti was fucking fire, boy. Love that joint. I remember one time I was listening to that song when I was still injured.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the car with my mom. I listened to that song. It came on, and she wanted to talk to me or something. We was having a conversation. And when I tell you, I turned it down for the verse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just had to hear that hook. That hook is amazing. You know what I'm saying? She was talking about something, and I was like, you know what? I feel like this would be the time where the hook come back in. I turned it back on. It was right on the hook, my nigga. As soon as I was like, I come looking for you, Wayne. I was like, yeah, nigga. Hold on, mama. I gotta hear this shit. I woke up in a new Bugatti. That shit was amazing. But yeah, I think this will conclude the episode of Hold It Down podcast.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to know where you can find a real nigga, you know what I'm saying, that wear dirty white tees, you know what I'm saying, find a nigga like me, you know what I mean? You can find me at SayQuanondaBeat. That's Say Quan on the beat. And Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Because them niggas got me. They got me, Kev. You know what I'm saying? They took my shit, man. So now I feel mad every time I go out and wear my hoodie that says I Sell Beats and it has my @ name on there, because I'm like, it ain't me no more. It's the hacker. It's the hackers. I lost contact with all my friends from work out here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nobody no more. You know what I mean? Except for a few contacts. And I feel like they got my new shit too, because now on my timeline, I only see 2 people on my timeline. And it's the 2 newest people I subscribe to or followed.
I don't go on Instagram no way, but half the time I go on there, it's not the people I follow, is what I'm seeing. They always be like,
they switch the algorithm.
It's what is like, oh, they suggest things based off my likes. And I'm like, nah, I want to see people I know. I don't know these niggas.
Especially when a nigga like me, like niggas be like, yo, don't follow more than who follows you. I don't give a fuck, my nigga. I come on here to look at memes, maybe get educated on something, learn how to make, natural juices and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about that. But then when I follow over hundreds of people and I only see 2 people on my timeline, it's a problem. But I know I still follow them because I'll see their Insta stories on the top all the time.
Yeah, the stories, there's always stories up there. And I don't be watching them. Like, nigga, I'm not watching all of this.
Shit crazy.
It's entirely too many stories up here to watch, and I'm not doing it.
Especially when it's hella dots and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and you can find me at SayQuand on my other platforms. Just don't bother hollering at me unless it's on TikTok or Twitter. I might respond to you on those. Facebook, I don't even know why it still exists. But and if you want to get some beats from me, you can find me at SayQuan.beatstars.com. Got all kind of beats on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna probably get back to uploading a little more consistently too. You know what I'm saying? It's been a little while. You know what I mean? Been going through life shit. But I'm gonna try to start uploading a little more consistently. Made a few sales on there, so I'm gonna get back to it. But yeah, I got a mean part to release, so I'm gonna try to hold it until you finish your shit. Where can they find you at?
If you want to talk to me, all my socials are the same. Like to keep it simple, I'll be talking about various things, the hip hop, the video games,
sex with little people.
Sometimes I talk about tech. Just recently I've been talking about UFC because it was a crazy UFC event this weekend. But apparently nobody in my circle talks about UFC but me, so I had to keep it to myself.
Makes you sound really violent.
So yeah, if you want to talk to me about any of those things and then some, hit me up at Now Bloodbath. Talk to me, I talk back. That's how I get down. Quan, I would like to thank you for another episode of the show. I think this was a successful episode. I think we had a good episode here. This is an hour and 40 minutes. I consider that a great episode for us, especially how I like to talk. So I want to thank you for tuning to another episode of Hold Down Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you post to. If you made it this far into the video, make sure to leave us a comment. Let us know how you felt about the content and the context of everything we talked about. And I'll catch you on the next one. So remember to tell a friend and tell a friend.
And tell the bitch to tell the hoe.
Remember, the South gonna hold it down.
How could Future leave Sierra in LAX?